The peak point is our mean, 27.4. Where can we find in the graph the score of 24? Which part of the graph we can find the score of 24?
Left side, sir.
At the asa
Left side.
sa left of the 27.4. So if the 24 is here, ato ka work na. Okay. Which area of the graph occupies by the score pass the exam? If 24 is our boundary, which part of the graph or which area of the graph occupies by the score pass the exam?
Right, sir.
24 above, sir.
Okay, from 24 and above. Twenty-four and above. Ato siyang igra, ano ato yung shade? Okay. Shaded by blue. That is our area occupied by the number of the students who pass the exam. Okay. We will label that as Z, the distance of the shaded area, Z. But this distance cannot be determined by the table because our table, the table value is measured from the left. and that shaded area is measured from the right, so we cannot determine that from the table. We will let this distance as z sub t. The value of that is from the table. The left tail and the right tail. Okay. How far is the right tail from the left tail? This distance.
One, sir.
Okay, that is 1.0 or 1. We can formulate our equation now. If we add z sub t by z, the sum is
1.
1. Transfer the c sub t to the other side since we are interested of distance z. The z sub t becomes negative. Are you following? This
Yes,
z
sir.
sub t from our equation of z, it is the difference between the x and the bar x divided by s. Substitute 24 minus 27.4 divided 12.17 is pila?
Negative 0.19.
Negative
0.19.
0.19. Okay. We will look this value from the table. The distance of the negative 0.19 na from the table. Okay, let us stop share first. Let us transfer to the table. Can you view the table now?
Yes,
Can
sir.
you? Okay. Download this table from Google and have it printed. You have the printout of this table with you. You will use this. You will use this table during your exam. Na 0.90 negative, negative 0.9, 0.1. Na then column 9. This is our column 9, the last column. So that negative 0.19 as a value of pila?
4247, sir.
0.4247.
47.
0.4247. Nakuha ra tanan? Na-follow ra?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. 0.4247. This is 0.4247. This is our z sub t or the table value from z. Na? Okay, so that Z equals 1 minus Z sub T 1 minus 0.4247 equal to pila?
0.5753.
Point
5753.
0.575 sunod
3, sir.
3. 0.5753. If you are asked what is the probability that the examinees got the score of 24 and above, that is, you multiply our Z by 100. So your probability is 57.53%. Since the problem is asked how many, so it is a number of examinees. So our in pass is the in of the examinees who got the score of equal or greater than 24, which is 0.5753 times the n. 0.5753 times 10 is 5.7. There are 6 examinees. There are 6 students. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You copy fast? Suppose your answer is 5.1. Your final answer is still 6 students since there is no 0.1 examining. Any question? Pangutana?
None so far, sir.
Okay, before we start discussing inferential stat, we end up our discussion of descriptive stat. No? We discuss first sampling. Sampling is a method of taking a sample. Sample that is the representative of the population. The totality of the study is the population. It does not refers to the population of the community or population of the country. No, it does not refers all the time as people. No, it is the entirety of the study. So, what study are you going to do? The entirety of that is the population, whether it is a human being or a non-human being. Okay. There are two methods of sampling, the random sampling and non-random sampling. Random, if all the members in the population has the chance or opportunity to be selected as a sample, that is random. An example of that very common is lottery, drawn by lot. Everyone has an entry ticket in the drop box, and then to be drawn by lot. That is lottery, that is random. Everybody that has the entry ticket has the chance of winning or has the chance to be selected as a sample. Another one is by table of random. Example, if the population is uh, the students in the Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, then all the students in computer engineering, so let's say from first year, all the sections until the fifth year, all the sections, now can be a part of the population, and then taking a representative in each section. How to select the sample by the use of table of random is by using your student ID. No, your student ID is registered with the MIS. Then we can use the computer. The computer has its own table of random. Let the computer run to choose or select the representative. Okay. Clustering, that is grouping the population into several groups. Like for example, we can cluster the computer engineering students by male and female, so that there is a distribution of the participation of the sample, both sexes or in both gender, the male and the female. So we can cluster by male and female. Now, stratified is a method of grouping the population into small groups, by strata or groups. So we can stratify the computer engineering students by year level, representative from first year, representative from second year, like that, or multi-stage sampling, that is the use of all of the above sampling method in the selection of the sample. Okay, multi-stage sampling. For example, after clustering, Then after stratified, then place all the students enrolled in this in computer engineering using the MIS record. Let the computer run by the use of the table of random. Then we can have the multi-stage sampling technique in determining our sample. Are you following? Okay.
Sir.
If not everybody has the chance to be selected, that is non-random. Non-random. Example, purposive sampling. No? If our study is to determine if there is a difference in the performance between the students, honored students from public senior high school and honored students from private senior high school. No? Okay, so who will be our respondents or our sample by purposive sampling? Now, we choose only those who graduated with honor from the private school and those who graduated with honor from the public school. Now, so that is purposive sampling. Now, quota sampling, suppose you decide that each section, you will get only 5 representative. So by quota, until you got the 5 representative from that section, then that is your sample. No? So whoever you meet from that section, then you let them as a sample. That is quota sampling. The best example of this is a group of people conducting survey in the community, promoting a certain product. Like, for example, promoting the product of the Procter and Gamble, asking somebody from the home or from home what detergent used in the entire family. Okay, and then you the one who collect data is given a quota of 100 respondents or 100 household. So it is not random because wherever is the one collecting the data is dispatched by the service car or service vehicle, then he or she started collecting data from that area without considering the total or the whole community. That is quota sampling. Systematic sampling, this is similar to the lottery, but the procedure is different. Now, I will show you that later. Snowballing, this is a kind of random sampling or non-random sampling where you do not know who are your respondents. Snowballing is used when the study is very sensitive for the identity to be divulged, the identity of the respondents. So that is snowballing. Convenience method, that is the method used by the convenient of the one collecting the data. An incidental, the sample is taken from the accident. That is incidental sampling, non-random sampling. Okay, any question? You copy fast. Time check is 7:53, 7 minutes more to go. You copy fast so that we can go back to our platform for our attendance. Then remind me next meeting that we are ready to start with inferential stat. We finished on normal curve. The normal curve is our starting point of taking a probability, no, or answering a question of probability. Probability that is already inferential, not by projecting. No? So from our problem, we are asked how many students, that is a probability. No? Without looking at the number of the examinees take the exam, we use only the mean score and the standard deviation. And then by the use of the table value, we able to get the number of examinees. That is a probability. Nah, okay, so by tomorrow, remind me that we will be starting discussing inferential. We will start as early as 7 o'clock tomorrow so that we can finish. At least we got one problem in inferential stat, and we can have our midterm exam by next week. Nah. Okay. Any question? No question? Are you done copying?
Wala ko copy, sir.
Okay, so let us go back to our platform and please turn on your video. Face your camera. Anybody who is assigned to take picture, please